Let it stain now like this cash. Tell me cash if I give.
Dayknoit.
And we're rolling. Here, Mr. Crigger and Mr. Pat here. All right. So, Mr. Pat, growing up, idolizing Frankie Randall, or Frank Randall, you should say, what specific lessons from his career and his connection to Morristown have you applied to your own path?
The grit and the non-stop hustle. Keep going and falling in love with the sport of boxing.
That's very good, that's very good. All right then. Got a few more questions for you here before we move along. All right, so you've described the gym as a safe haven for the young people here. Could you share a story about how legacy boxing has a positive impact in a fighter's life?
Legacy boxing is a platform for the community with just kids ranging from different age groups. Just us holding a lot of different events for the community, allowing them to come out and see like things like open sparring, giving the fighters an atmosphere to get used to the fights with having a crowd and all that kind of stuff, and bringing people from different walks of life that may not be very social and stuff like that, or confident. It gives them a confidence.
That's very good. And outside the ring as well.
Say that again?
So outside the ring, is that applied to outside the ring?
Oh, of course. I've had some fighters that may not even speak to people or have a positive outlook on life, whether it be religion or just having faith, which a lot of things, something as simple as having a job. Some people don't even have the courage to fill out an application because they don't feel like they're applicable or valuable enough, or even step in there and spar something as small as the smokers we have. They're sort of like the fight, so yeah.
Very good. I love to hear that.
Me too.
All right. So, also another question here.
I'm killing it.
What does the future hold for legacy boxing and the boxing community in Morristown?
It's all up to Aydin Crigger right here. He's the champ. When he's done, I'm done.
Is there any specific milestones you're working towards?
We only need one champion.
One champion. All right, hear that? Move on here. Mr. Aydin Crigger here.
Yes, sir.
As a young fighter, what is it like having Patrick Johnson as both a head coach and a mentor?
It just gives me a step ahead farther than everybody else, because everybody else is searching and going to different gyms and trying to figure out who they work best with. But me and Pat, we've gotten along since day one. I messaged him on Valentine's Day in like 2022, and we went and we've gone to different places and done all type of different things. So this is where I know I need to be, for sure.
It's very good. All right. And can you also tell me a little bit more about your pro debut earlier this year? What did you learn from that experience and the controversial draw?
Just punches and bunches, and just stay cool. There's nothing to be nervous about. We do this every day. The only difference is there's people out there and there's cameras, and that's it, pretty much.
Of course, of course. Okay, that's very good. All right. And also, how has being an assistant trainer at Legacy Boxing help you as a fighter?
It helps me just stay sharp myself. Because as a coach or an assistant coach, you're also learning. You're trying to figure out new ways to help your clients. So that's also giving you a way to figure out different ways to just edge yourself every single day. And as long as you're doing that and also giving your clients that same attention, you know, I think that's what helps me is just staying sharp and yeah.
Very good. All right, with your upcoming fight on October 25th, what does your training schedule look like?
Sunday through Saturday, every day. We at it, edging ourselves, doing the absolute most we can, and it's gonna show on the 25th. I'll put on a show.
Of course. And what are you doing different from your last fight?
Focusing more on the small things. Last time I felt like I had so much to prove, and I feel that even more this time. And with this possibly being for the state title, you know, it makes me even want to edge myself even more. Be the first fighter in this gym to get a belt, be the first kid in this gym, and me and Pat, there's also been a lot of people throughout the way, but we built this from the ground up. So.
That's very true. What message would you like to share with other people or young people, mostly young people in Morristown who are considering getting into boxing?
Jump in head first. Don't half step it. If you're gonna do it, go all the way, and you'll figure out real quick if you're able to hack it out or not. So.
All right. You heard it there. There you go. And now, I'd like to ask both you guys these questions here. What is the dynamic like between a coach and a fighter?
Like a pen and paper, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, you gotta have one to make the other work. And if I didn't have a coach, can't teach myself, can't watch myself, you know? I don't know I know what's best for me in some ways, but Pat's helped me a lot with just staying in shape and keeping my mind right. There's a lot that goes into fighting more than just the physical side. You gotta be mentally straight, and if you're not mentally straight, you know, or have the person to keep you that way, then you're just gonna be a mess on fight night.
That's what I was gonna say, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Knowing the fighter inside and outside the ring, knowing what they deal with inside and outside the ring, also knowing their imbalances physically. Each fighter is going to have different things that their body needs as far as like work and their weaknesses.
All right. What has been the most significant moment for Legacy Boxing so far, from the both of y'all here?
Man, we've had fighters from Santa Monica Pier to Jersey and the Prudential Center, so the proof is in the pudding. We don't, you know, it's just already there for people to see, you know. Everything's already, we've done a lot in about a year, so.
With me, it's, we call them the Four Musketeers. Would y'all say the Ninja Turtles?
Yeah.
That's what y'all said. Y'all are more like personality-wise. They're all, every fighter is different, but the first group is very special. It's always like that. I guess like some adults could say, like your first kid, you know, getting those first moments, and especially with me coaching, and I've taken fights later down the road, you know, some happened, ended up being exhibitions, some didn't, but not really so much about me, but me knowing those moments, even fighting amateur and fighting in both combative sports, seeing them in those moments and getting to do things that I may have wanted for myself, but I get to give them back in a more complete package for them, and seeing them get those moments, that's probably like my top moments.
That's good. That's good. How have you seen the local community embrace and support the gym?
Well, for me, being 35, growing up here, seeing boxing in Tally Ward, when I grew up, football was really a big thing, recreational-wise. We had boxing, but football was, like I said, it was such a big thing that we maybe slept on boxing a little bit, and seeing what boxing is doing now, because the kids that play different sports coming in and trying it out, it's usually those football, basketball guys, you know, that have the cocky swagger and come in and think they can just do the sport, and seeing them humbled, and other things like coaches that I had when I grew up, and I explained to Aydin and his teammates how special those coaches were to me. An example would be like Bobby Davis. He's a legend, you know, and he's a mentor of mine. And having him come into our facility and speak to them with his positivity and setting up, you know, his table with his shirts, and just being a great person he is, giving, you know, my kids and fighters these shirts and them wearing them, and the love, you know. A lot of people always talk about the hate and stuff, but my grandmother would always say, no matter what, when you put it on a scale, the good outweighs the bad every time. And man, I've seen a lot of kids that felt like they were nobody. Like I said, they had no confidence, no faith. So seeing a light, we've been a light in the community. We've been through a whole bunch. I'm not really going to get into details, you know, but adversity, whether it be we had to do this because of the building we were at, and then having water in the other building. A lot of people have already quit. I love these kids and they love our gym. So us just, you know, keeping that, our mind on our goal, and for us to keep prospering through all these times. I tell the kids we're the Israelites, you know. Every time that storm comes, the Israelites